Hey guys, what's up? Lord Meacher again here, your Lord of Video Games, and welcome to another episode of Trails of Cold Steel 4. Now we are on day 827. Oh my god. Oh, if you guys didn't see last episode, you have to, because this is major spoilers, obviously. Oh my god. Last time, we got on the Courageous 2. Now you may be wondering, oh my lord, look at all this weaponry. Holy. You guys might be wondering, Courageous 2? What? Wait, what? Explain? What? Guys, check out last episode. You will see my mind was blown. Like, holy. There's Mint with Valimar. Oh my god, everybody in the branch campus is here on the Courageous 2? Are you serious? Oh, this is so, oh my god, we get a new so much to explore. Oh, is everyone here that I can give the recipes to? Oh my god, that's a lot of stuff to check out. Monk? Yeah, Next told me that his name was Monk. I completely forgot for whatever reason. Third floor? Oh my god. Ooh, a hot man. Oh, Vantage Master's pool. Please let me play pool. I want to play pool. I love playing pool. I suck at it now. I used to be good like years ago. Oh my god, guys. I am sorry, but this video is going to be all exploration on the Courageous. Let's go. This is bringing back Trails of Cold Steel 2 vibes, and I am all for it. I am loving this. Charizard.
Despite being a new model of ship, the system you see here largely emulates that of the previous Courageous.
Okay.
Our operations manual only covers the bare minimum. Should you find anything lacking, you'll have to figure it out as you go.
Yep. Okay.
Understood. I'll make sure to pass it on to everyone else.
In total, it spans a length of 92 Arch, a considerable step up from the previous 74 Arch class.
Jesus Christ.
However, because the ship is so much bigger, you'll need to carefully watch the speed and engine output.
Ha! So she's a wild one, eh? Sounds to me like this girl's gonna need a bit more taming than the last one.
Oh boy, Angie.
This terminal should give you complete command over all the ship's facilities and fire control systems.
She's already on it.
It comes equipped with anti-hacking measures, specially developed by Professors Albert and Erica Russell themselves.
You mean Mom and Grandpa made it? We should have no problems then.
This is a beauty.
Incredible. Every inch of equipment on this ship is state-of-the-art.
Wait. They didn't say reg. They said inch. Excuse me. Voice actor for Kurt? Says reg there. Doesn't say inch. Kurt, you okay there, my man? I know. Basically, reg in this continent, this world, is reg, I guess. And arg is feet? Can be feet. There's like 72 feet and 92. I don't know.
And that computer's one of the Epstein Foundation's next generation models. Weren't they only just developed?
92 feet does not seem this big. So
That's right. And its hull has the latest innovations in hydrodynamic engineering, courtesy of the Ruhr Institute of Technology.
is it? I don't know. You guys have to correct me.
Plus, it seems to be outfitted with ZCF's newest next-gen orbital engine, too.
It only gets more and more unbelievable every time I hear it.
Yeah, you tell me about it.
Just how did you manage to construct a cutting-edge ship like this abroad in total secrecy, without anyone finding out?
As I stated earlier, there are a great deal of individuals who helped me make this happen. Such as Mr. Gwyn here, for instance.
Oh, well, this is grandfather's there. Wow.
The story here goes all the way back to right after the Civil War. Considering the way it ended, His Highness decided to approach me for some advice. He had me prepare this ship for him, all in anticipation of the day when the Crimson Wings would be torn from the sky.
Oh, wow. He was already steps ahead.
So that's why.
Huh. I do remember His Highness mentioning something about you being his advisor.
Oh yeah, back then. Still, for a construction site to be located in the Kingdom of Liberal's Valeria Lakeshore, and on top of that, an old Ouroboros secret base to boot, talk about a plot twist. That's where it was? You're referring to the research facility that the Faceless constructed during the incident in Liberal? I heard that after the dust settled, it was handed over to RCF to manage. It does seem like Grandpa and the others used it for some kind of research. So not just Quinn and Professor Schmidt pitched in, but Professor Russell and Her Majesty Alicia too. Whereas Cassius and the Crown Princess were none the wiser. If you want to fool your enemies, you gotta fool your friends first, huh? Classic. As for funding, in addition to His Highness Olivert, Gwyn and His Majesty Eugent also contributed from their personal holdings. But perhaps the most unexpected benefactors were Father and Marquis Ragnar. Indeed, quite a cunning play by those two. I imagine that keeping this from the Albareas was all the name of avoiding the eye of the intelligence division. Yes, the same with the Cayennes, right? And so the third wing was complete, independent from the government and the Wiseland army. Of course, when I say we're preparing for our wings to be torn away, we're only expecting they would be commandeered by the government. To be perfectly frank, the thought that they would be physically torn apart never even crossed my mind. Haha! This isn't a laughing matter, for the record. Indeed. Just being alive is reason enough to give thanks to Adios. What happened to your eye? Are we not going to address that? Even at the cost of a left eye. Your Highness. I hate to ask, but what's the prognosis? A full recovery doesn't seem to be in the cards, unfortunately. But as a musician, I'm grateful that my hands and ears made it through in one piece. I suppose I have them to thank for that, eh? So you owe your life to George's inner turmoil and whims of the Phantom Thief, huh? You have an unbreakable spirit, Your Highness. Don't sell yourself short. But what exactly happened? You guys gonna show us, or... I'm guessing yes? Because we need to know. Oh yeah, when it was blowing up.
This is...
I underestimated them. Shara, I'm sorry.
Aww.
Sorry, Ein. Looks like I messed up.
Goddess, please protect my daughter.
Viscount.
You have 15 seconds until the hull collapses. So before then, I will offer you one final wager.
George.
A gravitational barrier will appear on the bridge for exactly 24 seconds. Let's see if you can come back from this.
Ah! Adios, help us! You gotta stay calm.
Get down and brace for impact.
Over there!
Damn! The gravitational barrier.
It's not gonna hold.
Oh, boy.
Don't give up just yet.
Arcee. Viscount. Oh my god. So that's how he lost his arm.
Was I a moment too late? Nay, surely a flicker of hope yet remains. Can you still be plucked from the jaws of Gehenna? Show me just how far that luck of yours will take you, my dearest rival.
And there goes Blue Blanc. Ah, so that's what happened. George. So are they gonna show Blue Blanc rescuing them, or just back to the Courageous 2? Ah, come on! I still can't believe that our friend the Phantom Thief saved you all from the wreckage. Guess his parlor tricks are good for something, if that's what he used to spirit everyone away in one piece. No wonder they couldn't find so much as a single body. On top of that, he healed His Highness, the crew, and even the Viscount's grave wounds, didn't he? That's right. I was injured too, but somehow I made it out relatively unscathed. When the Viscount jumped in to block the hole in the barrier, I couldn't even use my arch to help him. I never felt so worthless in my entire life. I'm so sorry, Laura. I've dropped the ball when it mattered most. Like I've told you, Tobo, you have nothing to apologize for. I'm just relieved that you made it out alive. I'm sure Father shares my sentiment. Well, if you say so. I admit I thought Viscount Arcade more or less invincible. I was stunned speechless to see him in that state. But for him, losing his left arm means he'll just swing twice as hard with his right. Power is just an extension of oneself. And what is a sword if not power wrought in steel? But ultimately, it's not the might of one's blade, but will and strength of spirit that decide the battle. Oh, what Viscount Arcade taught Reen. The words of his lordship from the Infernal Castle 2 years ago. So ridiculously cool. Okay, Edgelord. Okay, calm it down. Talk about Edgelords here. Given who we're talking about, I'll expect he'll only emerge stronger from the experience. If that's the case, this would well become the most difficult trial we've faced yet. I'm inclined to agree. It'd be prudent for us to account for every contingency. There's also the promise we made with Lloyd, Estelle, and the others. True that. We can't let them beat us. But what exactly is Rose up to? Sorry about my grandmother. She has a way of being evasive. I definitely was a little surprised by how sudden that all was. What? If it novels the rivalry, though, the only thing to go is check it out, right? What? We're all over the place. The previous evening, after reading the others had been shown around the Courageous 2, which they boarded at Prince Oliver's invitation, they began discussing what they needed to do now that the war would begin in less than a week. Whew. As they spoke, a message from a rather surprising party arrived at the conference room.
For those of you who have not yet had the honor, my name is Roselia Milstein. I am the elder of Erebonia's Hexen clan. Emma and Vita are my disciples in the magical arts. It is a pleasure to finally meet you, Prince Olivert, as well as the storied children of Crossbell and Liberl.
How do you do? Until this moment, I'd only heard of you through rumor and legend. I've heard that you watched over the laying of Erebonia's foundation by Arnar First. Is that really true? Well, actually, that was my predecessor. It was Emperors Hector and Prince Drycles who I was best acquainted with 800 years ago. I cannot say the family resemblance is all that strong in you, but you definitely have a familiar fire in your heart. It is quite an honor to hear you say so. I've heard about Roselia from Ren. It's 800 years old. Even seeing it with my own eyes, I can't believe it quite well. I can't quite believe it, okay. I've heard a few things about those of you in the back as well. Blowing tales from Radgar and Zeet both. Wait, what? Ragnard? For real? We haven't seen Zeet since... We spoke shortly before they vanished. Even I have no idea of their whereabouts now. However, that's a shame. From the sound of it, Cassius doesn't know either. Ragnar, the ancient dragon, and Zeet, the Divine Wolf. Two of the beasts entrusted with overseeing the Septarians.
Indeed. Beings sent forth by Adios, much like the holy beast of Earth.
Hey, Instructor Thomas.
Thomas Lysander, second Dominion of the Gralsritter. Estelle, Lloyd, I've heard many a rumor about your respective endeavors. As for
From
you,
Kevin,
Your
I imagine.
Highness, I don't think we've had the chance to talk since you were last at the main campus.
And to think of you, a history teacher, are a Dominion of the Gralsritter. I must say, I was quite frustrated that I wasn't able to see what was really going on despite my ties with Kevin. I see. So I guess that means you heard about us from Kevin and Reese? Reese. And it sounds like you learned about us from Wazy, right? That's right. We're having all of them operate outside of Erebonia at the present. They're out there resisting Ouroboros and their allies working towards the Great Twilight in secret. The 1st, 4th, 5th, and 6th Anguis. It seems the enforcers who haven't come to Erebonia are also all out in operations. Looks like the intelligence division been active in some other countries too, making some pretty serious moves. The Reconstellation's main regiment and the War God too. Oh, there's a little thing I'm gonna touch on before I continue, before I forget. I do keep updated to try and see like what Ouroboros agents and everything. Basically all that we've seen in Cold Steel and the ones we saw in the sky, cause I believe the Crossbell arc, you only see the ones you've seen right now in Cold Steel. So there's no new Ouroboros agents. So with a new game coming out for what is it? The region we haven't explored. We have explored Liberal, Erebonia, Crossbell, but Crossbell's just Crossbell. The one we're Calvard. So there's gonna be a new game about Calvard. Trails. Don't remember the name, but it looks pretty fun. Hopefully, we're gonna get more of Ouroboros enforcers and more of the Anguis, because there's a lot that we still do not know about the enforcers or the we don't even know about the Grandmaster. So I'm really hoping we get more information on that. Solgan Sigmund's finally on the move. Yes, Arios and Rixie are responding to their actions. It's the same with Noel, Chief Sergei, and Dudley, isn't it? I hope they're all okay. To be honest, things are looking fairly grim. So much so that the Papal Guard has begun to act on its own and is cooperating with the Operation Mil Mirage. I suspected as much. Now is truly not the time for them to be going off on their own like this. Even during the Night Touch affair 200 years ago, the Papal Guard managed to make a nuisance of themselves. For the time being, though, let's focus on the main issue at hand, the rivalry of the Seven and... Though it is unclear how, it seems the announcement that Operation Jormungandr and Operation Milmirage will commence 6 days from now is connected to the spread of the disturbance in the spirit veins. What? Wait, does this mean it was influenced by today's events? The boss moving out might be related to. Yes, as well as my father and the Steel Maiden and the others. This probably involves Mother and Sharon too. And Maribel, she seems to be working with RF somehow. There are likely many causes, but we are now have a different grave situation at our hands. Meanwhile, spirit veins across the entire continent have begun activating. It's no longer limited to the Empire. That is not good. Wait, what the hell? The disturbance was initially a gradual ripple outward to the Empire, but it seems to be matching the coming war in its scope. Right, that's the great twilight of work. It is full swings for the rivalries to even be possible. I imagine even now they're preparing for the ultimate reformation of the Great One. If only there was something we could do.
solution is simple. Use this ship to whatever end you see fit.
Mm-hmm.
The rivalry of the Seven appears to be the true objective behind this plan of the Chancellor and the Gnomes. That much we can safely assume.
Mm-hmm.
And yet, it is this very same objective that may be our sole hope in preventing the disaster to come.
How?
You for real here? It's true that ever since this curse was unleashed, it's felt as though everything's being guided by some unseen force.
Mm-hmm.
With that in mind, it'd be near impossible to try and prevent the war altogether.
That's probably why Dad and Chloe opted for Operation Meal Mirage instead.
Mm-hmm.
But while we're on it, what exactly is this curse anyway?
We know full well the sort of strife a Septarian can cause. We saw so ourselves during the incident in Liberl a few years back.
Oh, yeah.
There, we had to come face to face with the same issues our ancestors contended with 1,200 years ago.
It was the same for us. We fought back against a centuries-long plan to artificially recreate a Septarian. One that had been lost due to mankind's own hubris.
Yeah, I almost made a really big mistake back then. But then Lloyd and the others came and made everything all right again.
In Liberl, a ring that could grant any heart's desire, and in Crossbell, a tree that could rewrite destiny itself. Each one a blessing, yet each one a curse.
So there's something like that here in Erebonia then.
But in spite of that, Estelle, Lloyd, and everyone else faced them head on. They didn't lose heart even once.
Therefore, discovering the truth is your responsibility. It's not something Estelle, or Lloyd, or even the rest of us can accomplish. Only you, Class VII of Thor's Military Academy.
Alright.
The Empire's facing threats both on its surface and behind the scenes. You're no strangers to kicking tail on either of those fronts. I can't think of a more tenacious bunch out there. The way I see it, you guys are the only ones who can do this.
We got this. We're all Class 7 for a reason.
It's up to us then.
Yep. We got this. We dealt with a lot during our days. We got this. All
Naturally, the Courageous Two has its own missions to see to. We must travel around the country helping people and gathering allies.
No, we can do that too.
Even so, I have no doubt that we can still serve as your wings of passage. More so with the Merkaba out of commission. After all, the difference in size should be more than enough to fit, say, 2 Divine Knights and 4 Panzer Soldats?
Olivert.
You've put so much thought into this. We appreciate it.
He's just amazing. The debaucherous Prince
Then
strikes
Thor's
again.
Military Academy's Class 7 would be honored to take you up on that offer, Your Highness. We'll do everything we can to assist you in your efforts as fellow members of the Radiant Wings.
We'll help too. It's only fair after all you've done for the branch campus students.
If you ever need someone to make that ship purr, I'm your gal.
Okay.
Fabulous! Delighted to have you. You see, we've been rather lacking in the crew department.
How he says that.
Well, I sure as hell ain't sitting this one out. What kind of instructor would I be otherwise?
Count me in too. I mean, we're finally all back together again.
Like we said, we're gonna be off doing our own thing, but we'll still be helping out.
Thank you.
Same with us. We'll be catching a ride on the Bobcat too after we're done here.
Now that you mention it, you did both say you'd be working separately.
Yeah. The plan is to cover Eastern Erebonia, North Ambria, and Jirai.
Ah, I see.
You mentioned getting in touch with HQ in Lamont. Guess that means you guys are heading out too, huh, Shara?
We are, though we won't be leaving the ship until tomorrow.
Sarah, Fee, you guys got things covered here, yeah?
Of course. When have we ever let you down?
Call us if you need anything, okay? I guess this is goodbye for now then, huh?
Yeah, we've got some stuff to take care of back in Crossbell.
Can we go to Crossbell?
Don't worry. We'll be seeing each other again before you know it. In the meantime, let's give this our all.
I gotta buy something in Crossbell that I accidentally sold. Then I'm like, oh yeah, I need these rider clothes so I can get this equipment. Then me selling equipment to get money, I sell them away because I am stupid. As soon as I saw that, I'm like, wait, I swore I bought these back in Crossville. I'm like, ah, shit, I sold them.
Yeah, we got this, Yuna. Right.
Seems that we'll be able to divide things up by region then. You should be able to leave everything with the Merkaba Unit 8 up to Rosine, guys. I'll be arranging for its repairs at a nearby location. I really am in your debt, Thomas. Rosine, you too. Thank you. No worries. Please look after everyone. Oh yeah, Rosine is Thomas's squire, not Gaius. I kind of forgot that. Who's your squire? It will not be easy, but our shred of hope has come into view. The time has come for me to undergo my final undertaking. Grandmother? What do you mean, final undertaking? Listen well, children of Class 7. As noted, the spirit veins throughout the land are activating, and they are disordered as they've never been before. The same can be said to the shrines, the stages for the rivalries. This includes the Luna Shrine, the only shrine we witches have overseen since ancient times. The Luna Shrine. Is it that close to Milsanti? Yes. It is the location of the reflecting pool, and generation after generation of wandering witches have watched over it. The pool reflects the genuine truth and is believed to be connected to the origin of the Black Records. I didn't expect to hear those mentioned here. Yes, I myself was just told about it the other day. I suggest anyone interested in the real truth behind the curse to come. I swear on my true name, I shall provide the answers to your doubts, rest assured. A trial for everyone in Class 7 is what's needed here. Only Celine is left, yes? I'm going to need you to take your human form, Celine. Huh? Grandmother? Why? So Selena's gonna be fighting with us, or? And off they go. The Merkaba with Rosine. Bye, Rosine. Take care. And off the Liberal and Agate too. No, Agate. Why? Ugh, I lost Agate. Dang it. Teo was really good though. Teo was really good in those fights. Those fights were so annoying. It just sucks because you have to scan them. That's what takes so much important turns away. And it gives them free damage while you can just be setting up and planning. We thought the Luna Shrine was a dead end, but there was more to it after all. This will be the trial for the entirety of Class 7. I'm reminded of our adventures in the old schoolhouse 2 years ago. Ah, you mean where everyone first met Valimar? Yeah, and then that crazy go-nuts corridor appeared at the end. Reverie Corridor. Knowing what we know now, I think that place is yet another sort of shrine. I don't know what my grandmother's intentions are, but we should prepare ourselves for anything. For crying out loud, why am I'm not even part of Class 7. Just admit it already, Celine. You're one of us, whether you like it or not. This will be the first time we've seen your human form since the Black Workshop, huh? Ah, to gaze upon both Celine's lovely figure and the reflecting pool in the same day. What a fortuitous timing. Once everyone's done their little tour around the Courageous 2, we can head for Lake Gala. It would probably be wise to land out in the water to put a little distance between ourselves and Milsanti. Learning to switch between the silent navigation and optical camouflage modes is going to be critical here. Understood. Things are starting to heat up. Next, our plan is head ashore, with each group making their approach from the target locations. Fortunately, Estelle, Lloyd, and the others are already a step ahead of us gathering intel. I'm sure they'll have hit on something useful by the time you get out. We'll be expecting good news, guys, but seriously though, take care of yourselves out there. Right, that goes for you too. It means so much to know you've got our backs. Class 7, it's time to make sure your preparations are set. We'll need every pair of hands we can get around the ship, so those of you in a position to pitch in, please do so. Absolutely, Instructor. Makes sense. And with everyone from the branch campus here, this is a pretty huge ship. Right, it's probably best to make one more round just to be sure. And I am going to explore the Courageous too, completely, and show you guys anything that I find. Act 3, Seekers of the Dawn. This is not even the final act. How many acts are here? This game is proving to be very long. The longest Let's Play I've had was Trails of Cold Steel 2, which was 87 episodes. Let's see if we beat this. I thought we already had it beat with 60 something, but I checked and nope. The Courageous 2 is a newly constructed ship, but something about it feels nostalgic. Of course, this was the ship of the Civil War. Maybe I'll do one final sweep around the floor myself prior to departure. Alright, I need to find everyone going ashore and wish them luck again. Alright, let's do that while exploring everything! Each floor has an elevator that you can use to move to the other floors. You can select floors that you have previously visited via the quick travel menu. Okay, we have to use the elevator first. From reported quest, training room and combat training. Okay, weapons, limited items, curious purchase, exchange shop, purchase ingredients, create magic dishes, medical office, purchase salves, modify orbman equipment, make and insert. Okay, kind of like the same ones. Right, so we have a lot here. We have a lot of character notes too. Alright, let's explore the ship. Oh, we got a character note for Pablo. We can challenge, but no, we already beat that. Let's just talk to everyone on the floors and wish them the luck. That way we can just clear that out of the way. Oliver, Charizard, I know I'm repeating myself, but I'm so glad you're both okay. Both of you here together? Nothing could make me happier right now. Thanks, Alphen. I know I put you through hell. I'm sorry that I haven't been in touch. Honestly, Your Highness, I should have informed you before anyone that was my failing. Forgive me. No, don't be silly. That wound, my brother wasn't going anywhere for a while, right? Thank you so much for helping with his recovery. Your Highness, you honor me with your magnanimity. Truly. I have to say though, getting Shara to feed me is definitely a memory I'll treasure forever. Although she did give me one legendary purple Nurple when I suggested she ditch the spoon and use her mouth instead. Goodness. So help me, Adios Olivert. You're about 3 seconds away from finding out what life is like with 0 eyes. I wouldn't have guessed it, but those two are much more intimate than I expected. Are they dating now? Are you guys dating? Are you guys dating? Are you? Impressive. Looks like you're already finding your way around this place. Yeah, it really is an incredible ship. This isn't the first time we've met, but I'd like to reintroduce myself nonetheless. I'm Marine Schwarzer. Good to meet you, Charizard. The pleasure's all mine. I've been hearing a lot about you. It sounds like you've been to Gehenna and back more times than one. And you're not done yet, it would seem. Adversity seems to be the order of the day for those who call Erebonia home, but at the very least, it's made us a tough people. It's made us a tough people? Yeah, okay, that's what it says. But no matter where we're from, I'm glad to be allies just the same. But with Stell, Agate, and now you. You bet. I've got your back. I've been preparing for the worst for a long time now. And just between you and me, as the Silver Streak, I don't really want to be outdone by the purple lightning. Tuh. Come to think of it, you've been pretty focused on that for a while now, haven't you? Well, yeah. Despite us being the same age, she was the youngest bracer to ever reach A rank when she did. She's always had a reputation as a force to be reckoned with. Even Cassius relied on her. It did make me a little jealous, I have to say. You're both so fantastic, though. I really admire you, Shara. You know, even though Sarah is my former instructor, we have a close relationship as friends now. I can believe it. Once I came to Erebonia and the two of us actually met, we immediately hit it off. We both like drinking, and our overall situations are fairly similar too, in some ways. Your interest in those of the masculine persuasion couldn't be any more different, though. Ha, that's right. She's got a thing for silver foxes, eh? Though I hear the winds of change are starting to blow across that particular plane. Wait, I don't recall telling you any of this. Sures are so gorgeous, but she has a really cute side too. Don't worry, you two. I'll sort this out like a proper sister should. Or maybe it's best to just leave them. They're adults after all. That's true. More talks. At any rate, it seems like Cedric is drifting further and further astray. I'm starting to fear that maybe we really can't go back to how things were. Your Highness. Come on, that can't be true.
I'm just as glad as you to see him alive again. But feelings such as that are only for the weak.
The Chancellor.
We're ending this world and creating a new order in its place. And an undertaking this great leaves me no room for weakness.
Those words are proof that he's pushing himself too far. His infatuation with Chancellor Osborne is pretty clear. But I honestly doubt his resolve as one of the Ironbloods is really so firm. Or as a Divine Knight Awakener, for that matter. I'm inclined to agree.
Oh, brother, you silly fool.
All we can do as people is work with the opportunities in front of us and never give up hope. Besides, I still need to meet him properly, just as I did the princess. He is royalty after all. If it's a family meet and greet hereafter, Shara, you need only ask.
Oh yes, there's mother and father too, if he's recovered. Let's take it down a notch, shall we?
Are they dating? That looks like dating. Sure, why are you green? What's that?
I see that curious glint in your eye.
What is that?
This here's our true trump card, what makes the ultra long distance communications with Arcus 2 possible. It's an artifact known as the Sonoran Seashell. Mr. Debaucherous Prince snuck in it.
Wow, incredible. It's a delightful little device I discovered in some ruins on a visit of the Bracer Guild that was about, 10 years ago now. It facilitates ultra-long communications in a snap, and is even able to bypass orbital comm restrictions in all shapes and sizes. And currently in use for our repeater router, per Toval's suggestion. It's also linked to your Arguses via the Rounda 7 app the Foundation made for me. Its capabilities are almost mind-boggling. If the ship control tower is set up with this, then
we'd have flawless connection with everyone involved with Radiant Wings. As someone who will be helping with the operations, I have to say I find it hard to believe its capabilities are even possible.
I'm with you there. These artifacts don't need to be deadly to be powerful. Speaking of that, correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought the Septian Church collected all artifacts that are still functional. About that, after a bit of discussion with the Gralsritter, we managed to come to an agreement of sorts. Our possession and usage has received tactic approval on condition that we abide a number of itty-bitty rules.
Oh, Olivert.
So fortunate are we that a man of his eloquence and skill walks upon this earth. Alright, interesting. Oh, Instructor Rin. Ah, Rin. Taking a tour of the ship? It's been some time, hasn't it? About 2 years already, if I'm not mistaken. Right. I think the last time we saw each other was a board of directors meeting at the main campus. I was sorry to hear about what happened to the 7th Division, but I'm glad to see you're safe. Yes, no doubt thanks to the guidance of ADOs. I admit it was difficult to watch the 7th get disbanded, but it ended up working to my advantage. Thanks to that, I was able to slip away and rendezvous with the others in time to help with the creation of the Courageous 2. You can never really tell just where life's current will sweep you next, huh? That aside, you have not been able to contact Father and the others either. I'm going to be contacting him and Arier in a short while. Before I do though, I like to get in touch with Uncle Zex and Nightheart. I see. No doubt they're struggling with their positions, General Craig included. So I heard, but they're still Imperial soldiers, that hasn't changed. Once Operation Jormungand begins, they'll most likely be deployed as a main force in the rear guard. And if they are, even Operation Male Mirage is sure to face stern opposition. Right, if Uncle Zex stratagems are combined with General Craig's unmatched power, and even the valorous Legwit and tactical genius Cassis could be outmatched, yeah. The conflict might already be impossible to stop in any official capacity, but I'll do what I can behind the scenes. If you could somehow buy some time on an official front, you would have my deepest gratitude, Lieutenant Colonel, Instructor. But of course. That reminds me, you're many months late in saying so, but I want to thank you for mentoring my brother. I'd like to ask you continue providing him with guidance so that he may one day grow into a strong, independent man. Hey, Mueller. In my book, Kurt's already there. But I hear you. As an instructor, it's my responsibility to continue leading him as best I can. I'm in your debt, Breed. Perhaps I'll go find a suitable hole to crawl in and die of embarrassment now. That's too cute. Anyway, we are going to continue exploring the ship in the next episode, because this one's already dragging a little bit long, and if that's how it's gonna be, yeah, look at all that. It's gonna take a long while. So I'll continue exploring this in the next episode. Anyway, I hope you guys are enjoying these videos as much as I am, because this is insane. This has got me hype. I want to know what's coming next in the story, and I know you guys are excited for it too. So if you guys are, please like, comment, and share, because that always helps out against that YouTube algorithm. Subscribe to join the Moonlight Army today. Hit that bell icon to be notified when I upload a new video. If you guys want to stalk me on my social medias, the links will be in the description box below. And I'll see you guys in the next video. So take care, guys. Bye bye.